Hi, this is Steve with Palladino Power Project, and I'm going to bring you a video that sort of goes over my process for using Weather Underground to get weather, environmental data for temperature and humidity after a race or test, and record that, and then also use the superpower calculator with that data to evaluate the power from that test or race to a different set of conditions. So follow along. Again, we're going to use the Weather Underground app online for doing this research on environmental conditions. So in this case, we are using a race that was run on November 28th, 2024 in Sacramento, California. And we know that the runner did this race. It started about 8:15 a.m. So we have a time and a date to look for in the Weather Underground app. So we'll come to the Weather Underground app, and we're going to search Sacramento, and then we're going to look at history. We'll come over to the history tab, and we're going to enter November 28th, which was the date of the race, and we click view. So then we have the conditions for November 28th, 2024 for Sacramento. And we scroll down, and of course there's graphics, but there's also details here that are time stamped. And what we'll look for is somewhere around 8:15, and the race was about 34 minutes, so ended about 8:45, 8:50. So it happened that the race ended around here and happened somewhere in there. So we're just gonna say about 6 degrees and about 84% relative humidity for this race. Now, if you prefer to work in imperial units, you can come to the icon for the gear and change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and get the same data, same timestamps here, but we can see that okay, we're looking at somewhere around 37, and humidity somewhere in the around 84ish. So there you have it. That's how you get the data. Then we come back, and we can actually put that data in. And I'm just going to put 6C, about 84% relative humidity. And so there I have that recorded for that particular race. And the same thing if it was a test. I'll record that in the file for that race, what the conditions were. So next, we can play around with converting the average power, which was 249 watts for this particular race, and see what it is equivalent to, roughly equivalent to, because we're using a model and every individual differs a little bit, but the rough equivalent in other conditions. That requires the superpower calculator. So let's go there. So we will come in and select adjust adjust environmental conditions. Adjust a power, basically. It says power, air power, or FTP. We're going to convert power based on altitude, temperature, humidity. So we pick that, we're in that calculator, and we'll put the power for the average power for this race, which was 249 watts. And we're going to start entering. So the altitude was the same. The athlete lives not far from Sacramento, so roughly 40 meters, and we said 6 degrees Celsius, 84% relative humidity, and let's say the person's prior race was at 16 and 75% from a little bit earlier, okay, a prior 10K race. Now we can see that when we convert the conditions that were present on November 28th in that race where the athlete ran 249 watts, that's roughly equivalent to about 247 watts. Roughly equivalent to about 247 watts in essentially the same altitude, 16 degrees Celsius and 75% relative humidity. And so we could compare what was the power of that prior race. Well, let's say it was 245. We're saying, okay, well, this athlete still had a better race in terms of power, even when we compare on a level playing field, meaning we convert it back to 16 degrees, 75%. So the superpower calculator allows you to take the environmental data and your power data and convert it to other conditions just to compare. So thank you for watching. I'm going to put a link for the superpower calculator in the description of this video and a link to Weather Underground in the description of this video. And I hope that it was helpful for you, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.